The second annual Wing Fling fundraiser is coming up fast. Now, it is such a good fundraiser that it's actually already sold out. But there are still ways that you can get involved, starting with learning about who the fundraiser actually benefits.
Joining us now, we have Alicia and Paula from the Dakota Children's Advocacy Center. Thank you both for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
So can you start by explaining what the Child Advocacy Center even is and what you do there?
So the Children's Advocacy Centers work with children and family affected by abuse and trauma. So we work with kids who've been sexually abused, physically abused, neglected, sometimes witnessed very violent crimes. And we provide wraparound services for them and their family to begin that healing process and to seek justice.
I mean, so important and powerful every time you explain what you do there. And it seems like such a necessary service for people to not have to worry about paying for because of what they've been through. Can you talk with us about how you've expanded in the state and how many people are using these services?
Yeah, so one of our goals and missions is really that people can't get help if we're not accessible, if they can't reach us. So in the last, I want to say 3 years, we've gone from 1 location to 5 locations across the state. So we have a physical space in Jamestown, a physical space in Dickinson, and then we have satellite outreach offices in Standing Rock and in Watford City, and then of course our main location here in Bismarck.
Which hasn't impacted the number of people that you're serving.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that increase?
So last year we saw over 1,000 people, which was a 26% increase from the previous years. So while we're very happy that we're reaching more people and providing services to make sure that they have the resources needed to heal and to have that justice, you know, that was a big climb from 1 year.
And Alicia, what do you like to let people know about what the center offers or what you do there? What do you find yourself frequently explaining to people?
So I'm fairly new, but I like to explain, again, like the wraparound services that when the kiddo comes into the CAC, not only do we do the forensic interview, but we also have mental health services to wrap around and help them heal. I think that's the most important. And we do have advocacy as well to check in on the families to make sure that their needs are met after dealing with such trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So what type of donations do you guys take? Is that physical things, or is it what type of donations?
So we you know, whatever people feel comfortable and are able to give, we definitely take mandatory donations, right? So offering those services free of charge to kiddos is at a cost to us, right? So we have to make sure those are covered, and I'm anticipating this year it's going to be about $350,000 that we're going to have to raise to cover those services for kids to keep them free, because we don't charge them for their medical exam, their forensic interview, or their whole counseling services, which, you know, can be about 6 months per person. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we definitely take the monetary. We have a clothing closet that has all kinds of resources for kids. It's brand new clothing, backpacks, school supplies, hygiene supplies, presents if like a family just can't cover a birthday or things like that. So, you know, physical things like that. And then of course, because we have locations and we're open to the public and people come, like we always need things like toilet paper, clinics, copier paper, you know, those kind of office supplies that you go through every day. And every time a kid comes in, we always ensure that they have a snack, a juice box, a water, you know, those types of things that we go through on a daily basis. And so we accept donations just to help serve those kids who are coming and they're there for a long time, or they're coming right after school and they're hungry.
Mm-hmm. And Paula, you've been the executive director for 24 years now? 24
years this year, yeah.
That's incredible. Can you just explain to us, you know, how you have watched Dakota Children's Advocacy Center evolve and grow in those 24 years?
Yeah, it's a little crazy, because when I started in 2000, we only saw 60 kids that year, and I was the only staff, and we were the only center in the entire state of North Dakota. And you know, the year after I started, we jumped to about 150 kids. About 3 or 4 years in, we hired our first staff, so it's just grown so exponentially. Now we have 2 other children's advocacy centers in the state, and they all have their own satellites. So in total we have 10 locations serving abused kids across the state, and our center alone has 20 staff. So we've gone to one person in those 20 years to really providing a lot of robust and helpful services to children and families. And I just think it's so needed. Obviously the need's there. We wouldn't have grown without that, and it's sad that we have the need in North Dakota. But I'm always just proud of the fact that for those that need us, we are there, and that's one of our main goals, is to make sure that they can get to us so we can help them.
When something tragic like that happens to a child, I feel like it almost rips a part of their childhood away, and it kind of feels like you're doing your best to try to give them back that spark in their childhood. Yeah. What is your goal, with these children once they're out of your hands? What's that goal?
I think the main goal with kids is just like you said, a part of their childhood, like their world blows up, right? And unfortunately, child abuse isn't something that is a one-time event, it's an ongoing event. People who abuse children do it over and over again, and so part of our goal is to help them heal so that they can go back to feeling like they're a normal child. We don't want this to affect them the rest of their life. It is a tragic thing that's happened, and it impacts them. But just like you can break a leg and you can heal from that, we know that through research that kids can heal from trauma, and that's what we want to give to them. We want to give them that childhood back, that opportunity to be a happy, healthy adult, that, this happened in their life, but they can move on.
Hope happens here. We're taking a look at your new slogan as well, and you just said it by summing all that up. Paula, Alicia, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
And for more information, follow the Dakota Children's Advocacy Center on Facebook. Also check out their website, dakotacac.org.
And as we talked about, they're always looking for more donations, monetary, anything like that you're comfortable sharing, and of course volunteers. So reach out if you're interested.